loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anaya, and if you are new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as y'all can tell by today's title, I'm going to be giving y'all some tips on setting realistic crochet goals for 2025 or just projects in general. It don't have to just be crochet. It could be knit, it could be whatever art, whatever your medium is, girl, you can use. Before we get into all of that, y'all already know the drill. Returning craft besties, put a pink heart, and if you're a new craft bestie, put a yellow heart. And hey girl, I haven't recorded a video in forever. It's been like 2 weeks. That's like forever. Like, bestie, I'm sorry. Like, I know we go together real bad and all, but we'll get into that later. I'll make a whole nother video for that for y'all. But I just been setting my intentions for the new year, like most of us have been doing. And when it come down to a new year, art styles change, stuff you want to make, everything, you know. We just have these big project lists. We on Pinterest, we on TikTok, we on Instagram, we on YouTube. We see all these patterns, but sometimes we just got to take a step back and be realistic. Like, we got to be realistic, you know. I'm gonna give y'all some tips, and I'm also making this video to hold myself accountable because I be needing it too. I'm just like y'all, we like peas in the pod. Before we get into anything, girl, I just want to say that give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. You're not a robot. You're not a robot. You don't need to pump out 100 projects in a month. Like, you're not a machine. You're not a robot. Like, I feel like nowadays crochet is, we're not intentional with it like the grandmas and them used to be, because we just trying to pump out. And I am a full-time crochet artist, so I'm not just saying it. Like, I live this lifestyle for real. I understand, but you do not need to pump out 100 projects in a month. That's unrealistic. It's unnecessary, because here's all this going. Unless you selling it or you donating it, you don't need to do all that. Like, I need to do a my unpopular opinion crochet edition. I feel like my first tip number one, just to get started, get you a journal. And it might sound like lame, but get you a journal and make this your DIY journal, your crochet journal, your knit, whatever you do, your whip notebook. Write down your patterns, write down the idea you get, write down color schemes, write all that down, girl, because you do not have to sit and remember all that. You don't have to do that. You're not a computer. And another thing I seen on Pinterest that I want to get into, I'll insert pictures, crocheting swatches, or just like scrapbooking projects they want to make and stuff, all that. If y'all want to do that together, we can. I'll do a whole video on that, because I love scrapbooking. It's just so fun. It's so tea. It's so girl, la la la. You just that girl if you scrapbook. So back to, I ain't recorded in a minute, so you know I gotta get the yapping. So we're gonna try to stay on track. Definitely feel like this goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. Y'all, really was going through all my crochet projects, and I started to realize I was just making stuff for content, just making stuff just to make it, making stuff, and it's just sitting. I'm not using it, I'm not wearing it, I'm not giving it away, I'm not selling it. It's just sitting, it's taking up space. So my biggest thing this year is being more intentional with anything I make. Am I gonna use it? Am I gonna wear it? Am I gonna give it away? If I am, I need to do it like right away. I don't need to let it sit. You don't need to overproduce, like all that, just making and letting it sit. Give it away, sell it. Be more intentional about what you want to make. Like, have those projects that you just really want to make them and actually use them, you know. Don't just let them accumulate, because it's just not good. It's not a good look, trust me. I just had to get rid of a lot of stuff. Take my advice, I'm a recovering hoarder. So next one, I'm gonna give y'all some tips. Pinterest, that's it. TikTok got banned. You can't rely on TikTok. Can't rely on TikTok for inspiration. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, when y'all want to stay focused, or y'all need motivation, for if you're doing a long project, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're a beginner, if you've been in the game long and you tired of crocheting the same stuff over and over and over. Girl, get on Pinterest. Get on Pinterest, different pictures. Watch videos on people making the same projects you making. It's gonna get you motivated. It's gonna get you excited. Try out different colors. Try out different stitches. Dabble into different things. That's gonna keep you motivated. That's gonna keep it exciting, because I feel like nowadays everybody rotate the same six whips, the same 6 patterns. We gotta, you know, we gotta branch out them stitches, branch out them granny squares, branch out them color schemes. Trust me, I understand. I get it. I'm like that too. I'm just like y'all, peas in a pod. I'm telling y'all, take breaks. That's gonna also keep you motivated. It's gonna keep you focused on your projects. Take those breaks. Have projects in between your projects. Like, have a small project and have your big project. Another thing I want to start saying, well, I wanted to say, and it's on my heart to say, you do not need to finish a big project in a week. It's okay if it take you a few weeks to finish a project. It's okay if it take you, oh, I'm sorry, if y'all hear people outside, it's snowing in Louisiana, so we don't have that often, so they're excited. You do not need to pump out all them big projects within a month. I feel like it is very unrealistic, and now that I'm thinking about it, like, why am I pumping out 10 sweaters in a week? If you can, if you want to, but I'm just saying, it's gonna motivate you. Take your time. What are we rushing for? Take your time. You don't have to rush and finish your crochet project unless you hyperfixate on a project. To each his own. Give yourself grace. Take your time. Take breaks. I just took a break from crocheting for a few weeks and I feel better. I feel great. I feel like I want to crochet some good stuff, and I just want to be more intentional about the things I make. I'm not about to just make stuff just to make it. So I feel like a lot of the times why people do experience burnout, unmotivated when it comes to crocheting or just art period, they can't focus or finish stuff. You doing the same stuff over and over. You looking at other people, what they doing. Worry about you. Do what works best for you. Try out new patterns, try out new stuff, learn new stitches, learn, you know, just learn. Open your dome, and yeah. Okay, you see me, I see you, we see each other. We good, we can move to the next topic, right? All right. This basically leads into my rant of managing burnout as a burnout connoisseur. I've realized I do tend to burn out. I don't do this frequently, but I burn out when I do the same projects too much, same color schemes too much. When I'm not making stuff that truly fulfills me, I tend to get into a burnout. Now, when you have your creative journal, like I told you, you should start weeks ago. Write down some motivational stuff. Write down, you know, make this your craft journal. I feel like the stigma behind journaling, you don't just have to write about deep stuff. Get you some quotes from artists. Get you some inspiration. You'll need it. You'll need it for the burnout days. No burnouts. Also, why we're not having no more burnouts. We don't have no more burnouts. So, like, you have to remember, y'all. I know this is, you know, capitalism and all that, and, you know, we want to monetize all our hobbies. But this is a hobby. You know, it's a hobby. It's supposed to calm you down. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah, gotcha. I see, I feel it, I understand. But we have to slow down. You have to slow down this year. You have to slow down. You do not need to do all that. Calm down, finish your whips, start new whips. Push yourself into a burnout trying to follow behind everybody else's process. You see somebody pumping out 30 sweaters and you pumping out one, love on your one sweater, boo. It's not that serious. Preserve our hands to preserve our mental. We need to be like a tad realistic, a tad, like, you know, just self-grace and giving ourselves time to fully create. You know, I feel like I'm talking in loops, but you get what I'm saying. This video is gonna help somebody. If it don't help you, then I still love you. Frog old projects. frog old projects, reuse that yarn, start a new project with the yarn, or you know, just repurpose it. As y'all can see, I got a big yarn stash, you know, and this is not even half my yarn stash. I'm on a yarn buying bin actually. Yeah, and I've been doing great. We need to start using what we have to get what we want. You don't need to go to H&M. Go crochet what you were about to go buy and actually wear it, actually use it. We all have these big, I don't know if you have a big yarn stash, but I'm talking about myself too. Like we have yarn stashes. You having a big yarn stash, it don't really make you more of a crocheter than the next person. Let's use that yarn. Use that yarn to get what you want. Use it to get what you want, boo. Use it. What's the point of it? Decoration? Yes. But at the same time, we actually need to use it. Let's be realistic this year. Use our actual stash. I wanted to make a whole separate video on things I wanted to make this year or stuff that I've been interested in. Making a whole other video about it, so I'm just gonna add it in here. Dabbling into different art styles when it comes down to crochet, looking at stuff that correlates with me and my style that I'm trying to get into. A few projects that I actually really do want to get to, and I feel like they're somewhat realistic because 2025, I'll share one of my goals. I've really been wearing my crochet pieces more because I told myself if I keep it, I have to use it, I have to wear it. And that's my biggest thing for this year. If I make it, I have to wear it, I have to use it. It has to be some sort of reasonable and realistic use to my daily life. I have a few projects I want to do, and y'all can also follow my Pinterest, and you can look on my Pinterest board and get some inspiration. Oh, and I also have been wanting to get out of buying fast fashion and start doing more like slow fashion. I've been really obsessed with that lately, like slow fashion, because crochet is slow fashion, but like sewing, I have a sewing machine, picking that up this year. Handmade, good, like girl, I'm in my bag this year. I'm in my DIY bag. So I've been in my sweater era. It's been cold. Really have been wanting to make more sweaters. I'll insert pictures of some that I have in mind. I want a duster cardigan so bad. I feel like that'll just make my style eat. And another thing I've been dabbling into is looking at actual like fast fashion clothes pieces and seeing like, okay, well maybe I can make this, like, you know, because everything's literally shapes, and plus it needs to get used. That's my motto for the year. Use what you have to get what you want. I'm not going to spend no money on nothing that I can make at home. I can make it for $10. I want pants. I want pants because I like pants a certain way, and I never feel like I can find clothes that I like that just, you know, pants, the body and stuff, and the vibe, and it just matched me and my aesthetic, and my style basically. Real obsessed with home decor lately, like real obsessed with tapestry crochet, rug making, using crochet to make rugs and stuff. Home decor period. No longer just doing like crochet wearables. I need stuff around the house that I can use. I've been realizing, like, even if I don't get to making them, I love seeing everybody else making. It gives me like a little dopamine from it. Like, I just add a whole bunch of stuff I've been liking right here, because I'm not about to do all this picture stuff like this. Kind of gave you an idea on how to set like some real realistic goals and be real intentional about your creations and dabbling into new stuff without stressing yourself out, because at the end of the day, babes, give yourself grace, because you are creative, and at the end of the day, if we're not giving ourselves grace, nobody will give you grace. So with that being said, girl, I love you, and you know we gotta get the wet rubber bag. Kisses, kisses, kisses.